Hello everyone, how are you today? Okay, I've got a little bit different format today. Not that you will see it, but on my end, I have my tablet set up here right beside of my computer. And this way I can see who's in the chat and people as they come in. So, hello Jennifer, thank you so much for moderating for me today. And Margie, it's good to see you. And guess what? I think I can even type in today and I can actually chat with y'all. So this is a little bit different than what we've been having able to do. So just bear with me because this is kind of new for me. But it makes it nice that I can actually chat with y'all as well. So there we go. And no, I don't even have me in as a moderator. I'll have to set that up a little bit later. But anyway, welcome in everyone. I'm so glad to see you. And Jennifer's going to kind of keep me abreast of what's going on. I've got her in my ear. It was so nice to have her here last week where she was sitting right here beside me and was able to introduce Autumn to everyone. But I've got a really cute project for y'all today. I think you're going to like it. We're going to do some ink blending and I guess some like center focus, I think it's going to be. So I'm looking forward to everything that we've got going on today. So I'm going to give people, I know I came in early so we could chat for a few minutes. Hey Carmina, good to see you too. So we've got Brenda, hey, how are you? It's so nice that I can see everybody as they come in. If y'all would be a dear and hit that little thumbs up button over on the side and let me know that you're liking my video, I would really appreciate that as well. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I love that I've got some people coming in. The first thing I want to do, I'm going to transition y'all over to my desktop. So let me get, or to my craft table. Let me get y'all transitioned so that way you can see what I'm seeing. And we'll move my mouse up here out of the way. Well, after I use it, here we go. So this is our catalog, as you can see, and on top of it, where the card on the catalog was, I laid my card. So let me know what y'all think about that little card. That's what we're going to be doing today, but I'm going to do it all up in a different color. I thought that would be fun to use the very same ingredients, cardstock, bases, stamps, and dies, but we're going to change it up. So that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to put that up here. I want to open up my catalog and I'm going to show you the set that I'm using. And it's on page 68 and it's called Nature's Harvest. I absolutely love these flowers. They look like black-eyed Susans or like a sunflower that's kind of, you know, bloomed out there, a little bud there, and one that's fully grown and the leaves have started to droop a little bit. But I absolutely love that. But that's what we're going to be using today along with the dies, and I'm going to pull in some inks and some Stampin' Blends and blending brushes and what have you. So we're going to have fun. So thank you all for tuning in. We are going to have a giveaway as always, and I have this stamp set. This is new in the catalog. Let me see if I can find it. It is called Inspired Thoughts, and it is on page 77. So I'm going to flip over to page 77. And it's this one right here. It is it's just a sentiment stamp set, but it's got sentiments for everything. Birthday, Christmas, get well card, sympathy. So I think this is a stamp set that everybody could use for always. So it is actually on page 77 and it's called Inspired Thoughts, and it is a retail value of $19. So I think this is a great little stamp set for our giveaway. I hope y'all will enjoy it. That will be our grand prize drawing at the end of our show. I will be giving this one away. You do have to be present to win. The next thing that we'll give away, I'll give away the card that I've already done. I haven't glued this in, but before I send it to you, that will be glued in, or I might just leave it in there loose, and whoever wins it can stamp or write on it and then put it in. But anyway, that will be one of our second prize, and our third prize will be the card that we're going to do today. So I'm going to give y'all a few minutes before and give a chance for everybody, you know, to kind of get in. And hey Brian, it's good to see you. Thank you for offering to moderate. I may take you up on that because sometimes I do need an extra person. Sometimes, especially when Jennifer's school starts back, I don't know how her schedule will be, and I do want to kind of keep my Wednesday schedule because that seems to work. And let me ask y'all a question. Do you think the Moonlight Glow was a good name for this card? I thought it was because it looks like you got a nice full moon back there in the back. And I did this by cutting a circle from a heavy piece of cardstock. And what I did is I glued it down on there using some temporary tape. But I put my sentiment up a little higher than I wanted to because I had some ink bleed right underneath where that sentiment is. So I kind of camouflaged it and you can't really tell it. But today we're going to use a Stampin' Up! Product. This is brand new in our annual catalog, and it's their masking paper. And I know without a doubt that this was a product that was needed. And I love using masking paper. So we're going to actually use a sheet of this and a punch to do our masking on the card that we're going to make today. So this is a sheet of the masking paper, and I love using masking paper, especially when it's a good quality. And this is excellent, as is all of our Stampin' Up! Products. So what I want to do is I'm going to grab a circle punch. Now, if you don't have a circle punch that's 2.5, I think I put 2.25, but it's actually a 2.5 inch circle punch. If you don't have one of those, this is not a Stampin' Up! Punch. This is an EK Success, but Stampin' Up! Kind of discontinued their circle punches. You can use a die if you have a set of dies that measures about that. It doesn't have to be exact, but I just punched out a circle out of there. And I'm going to move a little bit faster today because I've got some things that I need to take care of. My husband got off work early. We've got to run out and do some shopping. So for all those reasons, I'm going to kind of move a little bit faster than I normally would. This is going to be our card base, and this is Highland Heather. Let me move that punch out of the way. And I have a half sheet of cardstock, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And I pre-cut and pre-colored a few things, but I'm going to go back over, and I stamped these in some different colors. This one I stamped in Early Espresso, this one in Soft Suede, and this one in Old Olive. And you can see by stamping them in different colors, this one I stamped in Old Olive. So it does give you a little bit different. I think I'm going to continue with and go with the Old Olive, and I'll show y'all how I colored those using Stampin' Blends. But before we get to that, I also use the dies, and I use this piece right here, and I cut out one out of the Highland Heather and one out of white, and I think I'm going to go with the white, and I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green. I did change up from the Old Olive to the Granny Apple Green for my coloring and my leaves and things on here because I thought it would blend better with the pink. But we'll see. We'll try it and see what it looks like. So I'm going to lay these little delicate pieces over here out of my way just for a minute. The first thing I want to do is make sure I got my piece that's matte on here because I got a piece of scrap. Who? Oh, hey Phyllis and Jennifer Reel. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for being here, for stopping by. And this is so great that I can actually see y'all and see the comments a lot better. Jennifer was here last week and she saw what I see, and I knew what she saw, but I never really was able to do this. But now by hooking up my little tablet right here, I can actually see everything just like y'all are seeing it. So that makes it good for me because I can check and make sure that I'm in frame and different things like that. So anyway, I'm going to move. Hey Marlene, good to see you. I'm so glad. Yes, I did start just a few minutes early, but what I'm working with is the Nature's Harvest bundle, and that is the stamps and the dies. And here's the card that we're going to make. I'm going to do a little retake real quick. We're going to be doing this card right here, and we're going to do it up in a different color. We're going to go with a pink theme, where here I used more of a blue theme, and I think that's going to work out really, really pretty. So I'm using a new product from Stampin' Up. I'm using the masking paper. So if I can find my little edge to open this up with, if not, I'm going to have to depend on my fingernails. There we go. Well, hello there. Is it Veronica? Is it like Veronica, but Veronica? I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but welcome to our channel. I am so happy you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. And Kathy, what? Are you here, Kathy? I see people saying hello to you. So what I'm going to do, I've got this piece of masking paper, and I'm going to stick it down right where I want my moon to be. So I'm going to go center up just a little bit, and I'm going to put that down. I think this is going to give me a little bit better than what my my circle punch. I did this one by just doing a circle punch and using some temporary adhesive and went around it. So we're going to see if this does better. And I have my Blushing Bride ink, and we're going to use that, whereas on this one I used the Pacific, I think I used Pacific Point. Yeah, I did. But I was really light with it. This one we might have to go a little bit heavier. And I'm using our blending brushes. I love these. I have one dedicated to each color family. So anything that's in the pink family, I use this one. And I'm just going to tap. And what I like to do when I'm doing something like this is I come in from the middle. Marlene, I'm not sure what type of flowers those are. They look like, to me, they might be like a lazy, what is it, Black-Eyed Susan, or either a sunflower, not a sunflower, a daisy, something like that, maybe like a Gerber daisy. I'm not sure, but they are beautiful. I love, love, love this set. And this was not a new set that came in this year. This was one that they brought back. And I was so glad they did, because I love it. I think it was new in our Christmas and fall catalog last year. But I was absolutely thrilled when I saw that it came back. Now, if you notice what I'm doing, each time I come down, I'm starting on that piece of paper and working my way out, so I don't get those gobs of ink on my actual card. So I'm just going to work that ink around. Y'all might get a little bit of shaking because, I don't know, you're seeing from above my my camera, and it's on a boom that's not attached to my table. So only time that you will see shaking is when I'm actually you're seeing me, because my overhead camera is fixed to a pole that sits away from my craft table, if that makes any sense at all. It probably doesn't, but anyway. Okay, Ronnie, we can do that. We'll call you Ronnie. Thank you. Thank you so much. I always hate it when I can't pronounce someone's name, because I have this thing, because I'm Kathy with a K, and when people write my name with a C, I don't like it. Because I'm Kathy with a K, and I always tell people, no, I'm Kathy with a K. And Kathy Watt, I'm sure you probably have that same thing, and you tell them, no, I'm Kathy with a C. So I understand that whole concept of people wanting their name pronounced properly. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. I woke up really not feeling the best in the world, but you know what? I had a bit of a headache. I didn't sleep good last night, and it wasn't good. But you know what? I am so glad that I'm here with y'all today, and so very thankful for everyone that is here. All right, I think I'm going to go with this. I don't know. I think I need a little bit more here. Maybe down just a little bit more up in this corner. Because when I lift that piece of masking paper, I just want that to be absolutely beautiful. That round circle that's just gonna, what I'm gonna do with this, just to add a little bit more of a pink down here, I'm just coming down and just drag a little bit of that color down to the bottom of my card. I'm not going to put any more ink on my brush. I'm just going to drag some color. And I'm going to do the same thing up here at the top. These are the best blending brushes I've ever used. I absolutely adore them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close up that ink pad. And then I am going to come up under the edge of this and grab it and reveal. Hey Alicia, how are you? Yes, I'm a little early. I know I'm early, but oh, this tore my paper. I was hoping it wouldn't. This is not supposed to happen. But y'all know if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen on a live. Oh my goodness, I wonder, I think we can camouflage this. Maybe I'll bring my flowers up this way and camouflage that. Like I said, never ever get discouraged if something doesn't come out just like you want it. Work around it. So many cards that I thought were going to be a total bust, I have taken apart and put back together and made a beautiful card out of it. So if this happens to you, and I'm going to show you what happened. The paper actually tore right there. It ripped the cardstock. And you know, I could toss this and start over, but I'm not. I'm going to use my mono sand eraser just to pick up that excess paper. And kind of smooth it down. You see that smoothed that down quite a bit where it's not as noticeable. This eraser right here. Now Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry these, but you can pick these up at any craft store or order them online. And I do suggest everybody to have one of these. And the other one is that little gum eraser that I always say everybody needs one of these, because this will take adhesive off when you put adhesive somewhere you didn't mean for it to be, and you need to pull it up. And yes, we've all done that. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these two images that I stamped. And like I told you earlier, I stamped this one in Early Espresso, this one in Soft Suede, and this one is done in Old Olive. I think I'm going to go with the Old Olive one. No, I think I'm going to go with the Soft Suede. I want to see how that one turns out. Yeah, you're right, Brenda. I should have been a little more cautious when I removed that, but I was a little heavy-handed. I was going to do the Melon Mambo, but I think I'm going to go with something softer, and I'm going to go with the polished pink. I think I want the polished pink on this. I think it'll look good next to this Blushing Bride. A little bit darker, but that's okay. And I think for my greens, instead of using Old Olive like I did on this one, I'm going to go with Granny Apple Green. And let's see how this turns out. And I'm starting off with my the dark Granny Apple Green, because I want this to be vibrant. So y'all know I have to put on bifocals when I color. It's just one of these things. I feel like I can stay in the line better if I can see it a little bit closer. And this is so easy to color because you can just do little, just like little strike, what do you call it? Help me out, Jennifer. What's the word? The way I'm coloring this, I'm just doing little dashes. I think that would be the right word. I'm just dashing my color onto these leaves and stems. Yeah, just little light strokes upward. And that, thank you, Jennifer. You know, like I told y'all earlier, it was so nice having her last week and having her here with me on the live. It's nice to have somebody else sitting beside you when you're doing this, and you don't feel quite as alone. Now, I always have her in my ear. Sometimes I have Alicia in my ear, but I know Alicia has her granddaughters with her this week. Are you enjoying those girls, Alicia? Do you have Victoria and Michaela, or just not Michaela? Which is the other one? The younger one. Oh, I forget her name. But anyway, I'm sure you'll let me know. Kathy, I am praying for your vision every day. I pray that God will restore your sight so that you can craft again. I know that has to be so frustrating. And I really do feel for what you're going through. Y'all keep Kathy Watt in your prayer, in your prayers, because I could just imagine how I would be if I could not see. I think that's a horrible thing for anybody to have to go through. I've often said, because my hearing's always been extremely good, but my sight is not, I mean, I'm not blind by any means. I can see really good, and I don't wear glasses anymore because I had cataracts removed, and they put the corrective lenses in after my surgery. I elected to have those. My husband said it was probably worth the money because I wouldn't need glasses. So now the only thing I use is like drugstore readers when I'm doing something up close like this, and I have to take them off as soon as I finish because they bother my eyes, and I only use them if I'm doing something really tedious like coloring. But we will definitely be holding you up in our prayers, Kathy. I feel for you. I really, really do. I would rather not be able to hear than to not be able to see, because as long as I can see, I can keep myself entertained. I can read, I can craft, you know, I can do the things, and you can always have closed caption and read what you need to hear, which is a great thing. But your sight is something that's not, it's just not something that, you know, you lose it. You're very debilitated. So, but all I'm doing is, oh, I forgot to put the markers on the sheet. Jennifer just brought that to my attention. I will have these markers that I use listed in the description that will be on my blog post. So give me about 15-20 minutes after the live, and I'll make sure that all of that information's up there. Jennifer usually makes me notes, and then she tells me after the broadcast what I needed to fix. So make a note of that if you would, Jennifer. I appreciate it, and then we'll get that corrected. I'll leave these markers out so I have the right numbers of exactly what I used, and these are the 4 that I used. So I'm going to lay those over there, and I'm going to put these over here out of sight and out of the way. So there's our piece colored, and I'm going to go ahead and let me get those bifocals off my eyeballs so I can see. I know that sounds crazy, right? I got to take my glasses off so I can see. That sounds really strange. I know it does. So I'm going to get my die out of here. And it's this one right here. And go ahead and run this through my my die cut machine. My Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I love, love, love it. I'm not going to bring it over because it takes up so much space on the desk. I'm just going to go over. It's sitting over here to my left. So I'm just going to go over here and put this on and cut it out. And I'll bring it back and show y'all what it looks like once I get it cut. I'm going to readjust it a little bit so that I make sure I'm getting it cut perfect, or as perfect as I can. You know, we don't do perfect, we do the best we can. And I think that's true in everything that we do. We might not do everything perfect, but we do need to strive to do the best that we can do. And here's what we have. I'm going to bring it over like this, and I'm going to show you when you cut it. This is what you end up with. Isn't that beautiful? I think I like the pink. And yeah, I love blue. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the blue. But I wanted to just try it in different colors. And I thought with the pink on the Highland Heather card base, I thought that would be really, really pretty. And I wasn't sure, so that's the reason I went ahead and cut 2 of these. I wasn't sure if I want to go with this, because I think that could look like lavender back behind it, or if I want to do the green. So we're going to put it together and see what we like. How about that? So I'm going to bring my card base over, and I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And today I think I'm just going to use some liquid glue. I love my liquid glue. Sometimes I'm in the mood to use the Stampin' Seal, and then some days I'm just in the mood for glue. Today's a glue day. So I'm going to line this up and get it on there nice and straight. Press it down. And then we can go ahead and decide how we want to do this. Now, if I want to ink this one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to do this one a little different. I'm going to bring it from this side rather than the right. I think I am going to, I don't know. Let's ink it, and then we'll better be able to see if that's what we want. So I'm going to grab just a piece of scrap paper. And where is my little grid paper? This is the grid paper that goes with the Stamparatus. And it comes in a little sheet like this. And these are for purchase. And you can also get the big one that's the size of my mat that I'm using under here. Sometimes if you want to make notes when you're crafting, you've got a place to write, so that definitely has its place in your craft room as well. So I'm going to grab my blending brush for my greens, and this is this one right here. So no matter what color green I use this. And you can see I never wash mine. Washing them makes them get a little matted looking, and I like to keep that nice soft texture. They look like sponges, but they're actually bristles of brush, and I like to keep mine looking like this. And if you wet them, they get just a little bit, like I said, kind of like a matted look. So I'll show y'all how I clean mine. I just basically, when I'm finished, I rub it really good on my surface or my paper on the side. And that works really well. So I'm going to do that little clump part, and then I'm just going to come in and brush and give some nice color onto this. You never want to come directly in from your ink. You want to tap that off first so you don't get that glob. And you can, the more ink that you put on, the darker it's going to get. I want a little bit more color up here. So I'm just going to go in little circles on this. And do not be afraid to, to keep going with your ink, because if you want a darker color, this is exactly what you need to do. Just keep layering your ink until you get it the shade that you want it. And I always say, start out light. You can always add, but if you start out too dark, you can't take it away. You'll have to cut another piece. Well, that one little piece just wants to curl up on me, doesn't it? Now we're going to put these down on our card and see which one we like the best. And I'm going to, this is how I clean my, I just keep going around and around, back and forth, up and down. And I'll just put that back into my thing. You see there's no ink on it. I'm not getting any ink on my hand. So that brush is clean and ready for me to go into green ink again. Now, I would not put that in a yellow. I wouldn't put it in pink. I have one brush dedicated for each color group. So let's see which looks better behind this flower. Do we want to do the Granny Apple Green? You know what? I think I like them both on there. What do you think? I'm going to give you, I know y'all are a little bit behind me, so I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to catch up. And let me know if you like them both. So in the comments, just type either purple, green, or both. So let's see what it looks like if I just do the purple. And I think I want that to go up and this to come over like that. Or just the green up like that. I like both too. I think I'm going to use them both. So I think what I want to do, I'm going to put the Highland Heather going up, and I think I'm going to do this one going over, and then this one is going to go over even a little bit further. How does that look? I think that's pretty. Let's switch them and see. Hey Susan, how are you? So glad you made it. And bring my chat up a little bit because I'm not seeing everything that y'all are seeing because I had not. There we go. So nice to have that chat window so I can see exactly what's going on. We got 13 watching and we got 8 thumbs up. So I need 5 of y'all to go over there and hit that thumbs up. That helps with my algorithms. It's how YouTube sees my video and whether it's popular or not, and then it's what they push out. You know, I think I like the purple one going straight up here. So that one's going to go up like that. The green one is going to come over like so, and this is going to come down like that. I like it like that. All right. I'm making an executive decision on that. All right, we're going to put some glue on the back of this. I am going to grab one of my little needle nose bottles for this because this is so fine. And let's go ahead and get some glue. See how easy I can put glue? And I just picked these up off of Amazon. I think I told y'all that in my last video. They are Crafter's Companion. I'm not really a Crafter Companion fan, but these little glue bottles work really good. They come with the pen and the fine nose tip already installed. You don't have to do anything but fill them up with your favorite glue. And thank y'all so much for your feedback on the card. I do appreciate that so much. You know, we put a lot of work in our cards. I actually found this on Pinterest. The design. I did mine similar. This one here was very similar, but I changed it up somewhat too and made it more mine. But this one is totally different because of the color combination that I chose, and but the concept's still the same. And I love going to Pinterest because I'm telling you what, when you hit a lull where you just can't find anything to do, you want to be creative but you can't, you can always go to Pinterest, and you might not get directions exactly how to do the card, but you can see a picture and then you can do your thing with it. And that's what I do so many times. I'll find something on Pinterest that I just love and I'll just make it mine. And I'll say, wait a minute, I can do that. It might not even be Stampin' Up! Products. Oh yeah, Bella's snoring, fella. She always is. Bless her little heart. That dog loves to do 2 things. That's eat and sleep. Oh, she's my kind of girl. She is a mess. Jennifer and Autumn really did enjoy my being with my puppies last week. And oh, you know what? I'm going to pop this one up. I don't want glue on it. I'm going to pop it up. So now I got sticky fingers, y'all. I don't just have inky fingers. I've got sticky fingers. That's okay. You know what? Glue washes off. And my Stampin' Dimensionals are right here. So what I want to do, oh, I want to let y'all know something. What we got done, not I could never have done this by myself. What Jennifer helped me with last week, oh my word. She helped me so much in my house, getting decluttered, thrown out, organized, cleaned up, and I could not be more thrilled. We turned the living room completely around. We got everything out of there. My formal living room had, and if y'all got one of those rooms you don't use, you know how quickly that it can become a catch-all. And that's exactly what had happened in my living room and my dining room, because those are two rooms that we don't use that often. It's really a waste of space if you ask me. Not that anybody asked me, but that's my opinion anyway. I'm using some of those little pieces that I'm cutting off to put in some of these small places. So don't let your little pieces around the edge of your Stampin' Dimensionals go to waste. They work out great for little places like this. So I told Jennifer that I could not ever thank her enough for all the work that she did last week. And having her here for the live. We did take a little bit of time off for the live that day, and what a pleasure it was, just, you know, having her here, being able to introduce her and my granddaughter to everyone. Now let's see. Marlene, I would rent her out if I could and make commission off of her, but I can't do that. Oh my goodness. She was definitely God sent to me in more ways than one. All right, so there we got this much done so far, and guess what? I glued my card down before I put my ribbon on. That was a mistake on my part, but you know what? Excuse me. Maybe I'm allergic to glue. That would not be a good thing, would it? Oh, goodness gracious. But anyway, I might just put a bow on this one. If you notice with this one, I wrapped the ribbon around my piece before I glued it down. Oh well, we're doing this one a little different, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to put a sentiment over here, and maybe we'll just put a bow under it or over it, or maybe just do a little knot bow. That might be cute. I've got my inside pieces, and I'm going to use that punch. Y'all seen me use this before. This is going to be in the new catalog that's coming out Friday. Friday, y'all will be able to shop from the new mini catalog. Oh, thank you, thank you. You know, my allergies and my eyes are running water too, so my mascara and my eyeliner is probably running, but oh well. These catalogs will go live Friday. You can earn everything that's in this catalog is free. You can't buy it. You earn it with a $50 purchase. And this used to be called our Christmas catalog. It's now our mini catalog, July through December. So it covers your fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and of course Christmas. And oh my goodness, if you've gotten your catalog, you have seen this, and it is beautiful. This punch is in it, and they when they discontinued this one, I was sad. This was our trio punch. It was called the Detail Trio Punch, and I was really sad when that one was discontinued. But then they came out with this one, and it has a different decorative edge on it, and it's almost like the old-timey photo tabs, and when they come out, they look like this. And how stinking cute. Like I said in the other video, you could put these on the corner of a card and glue them down and actually frame. So I think those are just absolutely adorable. I've been punching and saving those because I plan on using them. So I'm going to go ahead and punch all the way around. This is my mat for the inside, and I'm going to double mat. I'm going to put down the Blushing Bride and then a piece of white over top of it. And see how neat they come out. I mean, you could use one of the little, if you have an empty one of these that are little pieces come in, you could use an empty one of these to store those in. I did one of those with my hearts last year at Valentine's Day. So I'm going to lay those over there. But look how cute this looks when you put it on like that. You have that beautiful little frame. And y'all know I'm all about framing lately. I've just really enjoyed doing frames. So this is going to go on the inside. And I may glue that down, and I may just send this out because I'm giving this card away today as well. And I do have some ribbon that I wanted to use, and I pulled out this, this was the polished pink ribbon, and maybe I do want to do a piece. I wonder, let's see if we can lift this up just enough to get the ribbon to go under it. And I'm using a spatula from my Cricut. If y'all have a Cricut, you have one of these. If you don't, you could use like a little butter knife or some little something that would just get up underneath the edge of it. I think that's going to work. So now I can actually slide my ribbon under here and bring it across like so. I'm going to use my ribbon scissors, and I'm going to cut that right about there. You're probably saying, well, how are you going to get that glued under there? Well, we're going to use a glue dot. So I'm going to pull out my glue dots, and I can't believe I've crafted this long and hadn't got my Take Your Pick tool, but I haven't, but now I have. And I'm going to grab one of these little glue dots, and I am going to put it on my ribbon, just like that. And where's that little spatula? I'm going to try lifting this up. I think I can do it with my finger better. And I'm just going to tuck it right up under the edge of there and press it down. And then I'm going to bring it up over those, but under those, because these are on dimensionals. Now, the best case scenario would be to put this on before you glue your mat down to your card base. But, hey, I got overzealous and forgot. So I'm going to stick that on there. And I'm going to pull that as nice and taut. And I'm going to tuck it under and press it down. Well, there we go. We got our ribbon on there after all. Now, just to make sure that that stays stuck down, I'm going to go back under using this little bottle of glue, this little needle nose, and I'm just going to put some more glue right around the edges where I lifted that up. I'm going to press it just to hold it for a minute. Let me get that middle out of there because it keeps falling, and it's keeping me from doing what I want to do here. Okay. I am going to have to hold that just for a minute and let that adhere. And it's oozed out a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to dry clear. And I'm going to do the same thing right here, up underneath the edge, and all on this corner. And again, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to wipe off that excess. Oh, I'm not in frame. Sorry. I think I pulled it over because I was trying to get that ribbon down. Thank you, Carmina. I try my best to stay in frame so y'all can see what I'm doing. But what I did, I was trying to glue that piece back down that I had pried up. So I did get it. And I'm going to do a simple bow. And I'm just going to do a single loop today. I'm going to cut my ribbon about to here. And I'm going to go through my finger. Get that up over here. But I didn't cut enough of ribbon. We'll just, you know what we'll do? We'll bring our fingers, let's start over. I'll keep my fingers nice and tight together. That should be enough. Pull that through and bring it back up underneath there. And then I'm going to work that, work it. Oops, pulled one of the loops off my finger. I worked it so tight. Once you get that like so, then you pull that off and you've got a really cute little bow. This loop needs to come down. Like so. And then I'm going to clip that at an angle and clip this one at an angle. And then we got a cute little bow to put right about here, or we can put it over top of our stems. Let's see. See which side looks the best. I think that'll be good right there. So we're going to put a glue dot on the back of this, and what I like to do with my bows, I like to bring the bow to the glue dot. It just works better that way, and I don't get it stuck to my finger. And it picks it up, and then I can put it down right where I want it, and I want it right there. And this is that polished pink ribbon, so it's beautiful with this card. So let me get all that out of my way, put my tip back on my glue so I don't have a mess in a minute. And I think I'm going to get a mess anyway because I got sticky fingers again, y'all. Alright, so I went ahead, I'm going to put this back inside because like I said, I'm going to give this card away. And I figure all of y'all are card makers, so if you win this card, you definitely can put your inside in it. Now I cut 2 of these little framelets, little labels or tags out of that die set, and they are, did I put it back? Yeah, here it is. So I cut 2 of those. There's also another, there's more dies to that than just what I showed you. There's another whole sheet. You get all of these in this set. The tag, the little stems, that flower, the one that you can cut out. Let me see. Let me look at the stamp set again. It does cut this one out as well. This is this die here. But then you got some other element pieces that you can cut. But that cuts this one here, like that. So very versatile little set. Like I said, when I got this set, I have used it over and over and over. Y'all see me use it if you've been watching my channel any length of time, and a lot of you have been following me from the get-go, so I appreciate that. I think what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to stamp in that Highland Heather ink, and I am going to grab my stamp set like this, and we're going to use one of these sentiments if we can find one that will fit. I know hello will fit. Thinking of you on your special day. I don't know. Let's see. Inspired thoughts. I have mine all in alphabetical order over here. I know hello will fit. Thinking of you on your special day. See, that's going to be way too big. We might have to go with something different. I thought it would be neat to use one of the stamp set that I'm actually giving away, but maybe not. A lot of times the sentiments in the stamp set are made to work with the label that's in it, and we have a larger label that this would work, but it won't work on my card. So I think I'm going to go back with maybe Good Luck. Good Luck will work, I think. I don't know. We'll do thank you. I know thank you is going to work. So yeah, the thank you works perfect. So I'm going to stamp that one down in the Highland Heather. So let me grab my Highland Heather ink. I didn't put this ink on for Jennifer to put down because I wasn't thinking what color I was going to stamp this in at the time when I was writing up my description. But Jennifer, if you'll make a note of that, we will definitely put that on the description before it goes up on the blog. The Highland Heather. So, stamp that down just like that. And we're going to cut this in half. Let me put my ribbon scissors up and grab this. Now, you can do this on your trimmer. I did the first one on my trimmer, but this one I'm just going to cut it with my scissors. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to layer behind it. And what I like to do is, and you know what I did? I stamped on the wrong side of my tag. Let me stamp that again. No biggie. I wasn't paying attention and I just stamped it on the wrong side. And on the tags it does matter because you've got a little line that's embossed around it. So when I turned that over and I saw that I had stamped it on the wrong side, I was like, ruh-roh. Let's try that again. Much better. And now what I'm going to do is turn that over and I'm going to put some glue right along this bottom edge. Like that. And then I'm going to glue this down. I want to turn it over because I want to make sure that I'm getting a nice little even edge around the bottom. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the top. And that's the front of it. So I'm going to put a nice little amount. You don't want a whole lot, just enough to let that stick. And I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to put it down where it's just framing the top of that so it looks like it's got a nice little border. I think it really does make a difference on your piece when you do that. So now we've got a cute little sentiment that we can tuck on there. And we're going to use some dimensionals to put that on with. So I'm going to turn it over. And I think we can get by with, we're going to put 3. I want it to be balanced. So I'm going to drop 3 on the back of it. And pull those off. And then we can just set that in. And I'm going to let that little leaf. Now I don't want it to infringe on my thank you, but I want it to tuck up on top of there just a little bit and press that down. And there's our card other than some embellishments. And let's see, I have got some pearls that are pastel pearls. Those purple ones will be gorgeous on there. This is a pack that hasn't been opened. I know I've got a pack that's open. And I also have a pack of these that I'm going to be giving away. So y'all hold tight for that. Yeah, here's some that, so you even get pink in there. So you get all those beautiful colors. So I think I'm going to go with the darker because, yeah, Bella is definitely snoring. Let me see if I can, Bella, and find out where she's at. She's over here under my feet. Come here, baby girl. You need to wake up, honey. She went, rah, 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 rah. Oh my goodness. Yes, she snores all the time. Bless her. Oh, good, Brian. I'm glad you got that paper pack. And I hope you enjoy every bit of it. It is a beautiful little paper pack. I loved that rainbow paper. All right, this one doesn't want to cooperate. And it's going where I want it because I'm the boss. I'm the boss over this card right now. Sometimes you have to get bossy with your cards. You know that, right? We're going to put one right up here. I don't know why these are wanting to turn and go in the opposite direction, but there we go. All right, that card is done. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave the inside loose when I mail it to whoever wins it. Oh, we finished up early. It's been an hour since I came on live, and I have been coming on about 15 minutes early, and the reason I do that is I try my best to give everybody time to get in. So I hope y'all have let Jennifer know if you wanted to be, oh yeah, thank you so much, Brian, for encouraging people to do those thumbs up. They do mean a lot. So there is our card for today. And here's the other one. Which one do y'all like the best? I did use a bigger circle on that one than I did that one. I think this one was the 2 1/4, and I accidentally grabbed the 2 1/2. But I think they're both pretty in their own right. They're different, but very, very pretty. Y'all let me know what you think. And we're going to go ahead and start with our giveaway. So we're going to be giving away this stamp set first because that's going to be our grand prize. And Jennifer, I hope, has the names all ready to go. All right, so Jennifer, if you want to do drum roll, and the winner is, and Jennifer's going to pull a name. Oh, and y'all love them both. That's great. Phyllis, you have won the Inspired Thoughts stamp set. Now, if you have the stamp set, let me know, and I'll see if I have something else I can substitute it with. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Alicia. Oh, you like the bluish green one, Ronnie? That's great. I love them both too. I think they're both equally pretty, and I think they both turned out absolutely wonderful. Oh, okay, Nancy, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you can go back and watch it later. If you want to be in the drawing, well, we already drew for the stamp set, but I'm going to give away both of the cards as well. So, congratulations, Phyllis. I'll get the stamp set out to you. Either it'll go in the mail today or it will go first thing tomorrow. So now I'm going to do the cards. I'm going to do the one that I made yesterday as my prototype. We'll give this one away next. So we're going to do the drum roll again. And the winner is... And I'm waiting on Jennifer. Alicia Burris. Alicia! Congratulations. Alicia has won the beautiful blue card. Congratulations to Leash. All right. So now we're going to go with the card that I made today. And the winner is... Carmina. You are the winner of this card. So congratulations to all three of my winners. I'm also always so happy to give away my cards. I know that a lot of times that's like a consolation prize, but I hope that you enjoy. You know, I better put some names on these or I'm going to forget who won what. And we don't need that to happen. So a lot of times I like to just maybe put a little sticky note on each item. So let me, all right, I'm going to put Phyllis on the stamp set and Carmina on the pink card and Alicia on the blue. Hey, I remembered and I didn't have to ask Jennifer. How about that? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for Carmina, if you would like for me to glue this in, let me know and I will glue everything in for you. And I also got to put put this one in as well. So y'all let me know if you want me to glue those in, and I will, or I'll just leave them loose and y'all can do it. But there's our cards and our stamp set for the giveaway. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. Let me transition y'all back over to my mug for just a minute. There we go. I just want to thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank you for being a part of my crafty family, and for always participating with me. Y'all mean so much to me. I have my handful of faithful, and Ronnie, I hope that you will come back again. And I thank y'all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a little time with me, and for supporting my channel, for supporting my Stampin' Up! Business, and for supporting my YouTube channel. It means so much. And I'm so happy I now have that blog where you can go and click and get the PDF. You can actually print that out. You can save it to your computer. There's always links and everything in there for everything that you would need. And I'm thrilled to death that I finally got a blog that works. So, and it was free. That's the best thing. I had paid for a couple of companies for the hosting the blog on their blog post. I think one was HostGator, one was WordPress. They just did not work for me. But this free one that is through Google, don't you just love Google? I do. I love Google. Google owns everything these days. So anyway, I'm going to close off for today. I want to thank y'all so much again for being here. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. He's worthy of our love, our honor, our praise, our heart. So until we craft again, God bless and keep you. And until I see you again, take care. Bye-bye.